Today is a very important day. It is the day that we launched the Diocesan strategy right across the Diocese of Chichester.
Today is the Feast of Pentecost. It's the day when the Holy Spirit empowered the Church for sharing the good news of Jesus Christ, and we are the inheritors of that gift. And that's our task, sharing the good news of Jesus Christ.
Someone once said that being a Christian or the church is a bit like going to watch Brighton and Hove Albion play. It's 22,000 people desperately in need of exercise watching 22 people desperately in need of a rest. If we're going to reimagine the church and help ourselves to be effective in sharing the good news of Jesus, that's got to change. I think one of the things that would probably revolutionise the church is if every Christian, when they woke up in the morning, prayed a very simple prayer, which was, Lord, please use me today to share something of your love with someone who doesn't know you. And if we all did that, we all have a story of the difference that Jesus has made in our lives. And if we were just to re-engage with the wonder of that story and just share it in a natural way, in the same way that we would share any naturally wonderful experience, that would both reimagine in ministry, because it would mean all of us were involved, and it would also make a huge difference because the story would get told over and over again, and I think people will be drawn to follow Jesus as a result.
I'm really excited about where the Point Church is going at the moment, because we have our own new vision and strategy, which is great because it fits in really well with what the diocese is doing, and a lot of what we're thinking about is about being more missional. So our strapline is to be a transforming presence in mid-Sussex, and we just really want to be getting out into our communities, meeting people where they're at instead of expecting them to cross the threshold of the church. So we're getting out into our communities, we're starting lots of new projects, we're working with other churches, and it's so great, it's so exciting to be part of it.
Our hope is that each of the parishes in the Diocese of Chichester will consider once again what are the needs of the community around them, that they will then seek to use their resources to serve that community in ways that are most effective. It might, for example, be that there are a lot of homeless people living in the vicinity. It may be that there is something they can do to ease the plight of those who have no home. It might be, on the other hand, that there are particular debt problems in the community. It might be something to do with offering debt and finance advice.
To know, love and follow Jesus, I think, is something that all of us are being called to do. It requires us to grow in love and holiness and in prayerfulness, and I think without the foundation of prayer in our life, we are trying to walk up Mount Everest without the right boots. So for me, a prayerful life paves the way towards a deeper relationship with Christ.
At this time the strategy is being launched, I think it's really important for churches within the diocese to engage actively with social media such as Facebook and Twitter, as this is a forum in which young people tend to communicate nowadays. It's a good opportunity for evangelism, for spreading the gospel, and for saying what it is to be in relationship with Christ today.
We live in a world which is dominated by fashion and image. And one of the things that serving does is to say to the baptized, to lay women and men, you have a role in this huge theatre and drama of liturgy, which gives you a particular engagement, which clothes you in particular vesture, and asks you to take your role in offering the praise and worship of God on behalf of all creation. So I think it's a vital piece of our communication to each other about the fact that every baptized Christian participates in the liturgy, and it's a vital communication of the fact that in that worship, touched by the presence of God, the glory of heaven affects us. That's what the outward vesture is all about.
So now it's up to you, each and every church across the diocese, to know, love and follow Jesus.